Hey guys, and welcome back for another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these adorable gnome ornaments. How cute are these? These are made out of just a little bit of fur, a little bit of clay or bead, some felt. I have this beautiful felt that has glitter in it. And you can really just have a lot of fun with this and get really fancy or just keep them nice and simple. They're just absolutely beautiful just on their own. Make them in a little set to adorn your Christmas tree. Give them as a gift. Gnomes are just the cool thing these days. So of course I had to make some of these up for my Christmas tree this year. I'm gonna have a little PDF printout for you guys over at the blog post with a little sewing pattern to make these hats, and of course any and all information about the products and tools that I use in this tutorial will be located over there as well. So if you're ready to make some adorable gnomes this holiday, then let's just get straight into it. Okay, so for this project you're going to need some regular craft felt. You can use any sort of fabric, of course, but the felt really does hold up nicely. It's nice and rigid, so it's great for the hat. I'm going to be using polymer clay to make some noses, so I'm going to show you how I make those, but you can of course use any sort of bead you have. Circle beads, long beads, anything for the nose would work perfect. I'm using some nice ribbon or twine. And then I have this beautiful fur. So the best type of fur to get is one that has about a 2-inch pile or longer. So you can just go to the fabric store and explore the different furs they have. The longer the better. And I'm going to use an X-Acto knife to cut my fur. I'm not going to be using scissors. And to put it all together, I will be using a glue gun, and you can have a lot of fun and decorate the hat. So you put some gems on one of them, you could put bells on it, but really it's completely a customizable experience that you can have fun and just design your own. So I have some polymer clay. This is by Sculpey. It's in the color Ecru, and I'm just going to make some balls and then sort of roll on the one side to make this sort of teardrop shape, and then I'm just going to make a bunch of those and I'll pop those into my oven. Very simple to make, and I think these are the best noses if you ask me. But you can use nice big wooden beads too. I've seen that. So I have this little pattern piece that I'll provide over at the blog post, and this is great because you're going to cut out 2 of these, but the pattern is made in a way where you're not going to waste any fabric. So you just keep flipping your little pattern piece and you go all the way down your fabric so you can cut out a bunch at the same time without wasting any of your felt. So I have my 2 pieces cut out, and I'm going to actually attach the string for hanging at this point. I will be sewing, but then this is the only sewing that I'm going to do for this. You can use your hot glue. If you don't want to sew, you could hot glue the hat together yourself if you want to, but I'm going to do it under the sewing machine. So I just snipped off a 10-inch piece of my little cord here, and I'm tying a knot, but it really actually isn't necessary. I stopped doing that after I did this. I'm going to put it in between the layers of the fabric so that the knot is at the top, and then I will just clip on both sides, making sure that that string stays center. So when I sew, I don't actually sew on top of the cord, but we're going to sew at the top, and that's going to secure the cord into place. And I really like this method because then when you're done sewing, it makes it very easy to flip it right sides out. So I went ahead and sewed it off camera, and I'm just going to grab the cord and just pull, and then it just quickly and very easily flips the hat right side out. I love that technique. So here is the hat. It is all done, and then we can switch over to our fur.
So here it is. The fur, you really can just make it however big you want. I'm just going to cut a triangle out, and with fur you want to cut it from the back and using a straight edge X-Acto knife, a sharp blade. If you use scissors, you're going to end up cutting the fur, and then you'll have blunt, sections of fur on your fur, and you don't want to do that. So we're just going to cut the backing of it, and then all the fur will stay intact, and it actually makes it so much less messier. So I'm just going to cut a quick triangle, and then I'm going to take a brush and just brush the pile down into the direction. So as you can see, it kind of is forming a beard shape. Now at the top, we're going to actually fold in the sides of the triangle. And I'm going to use some hot glue just to secure that down, but that's how it'll kind of look. So I'll put some hot glue. I'll fold over the corners of the triangle. And this will be the back of the gnome, so you won't really see it as long as it's hanging nicely. And then after that top portion is going to be what you're going to slip into the hat. And then the beard will hang nicely. And I'm going to go and take my glue gun at this point, and I'm just going to squirt some inside of the hat. You can put the glue on the fur if you want, so you just need to figure out which way you like. I've done it both ways. Taking my little piece of fur, just making sure all the fur is folded down, and then we're going to kind of shove it into the hat. And I made sure that the glue was about 1 inch up in the hat so that I can go ahead and slip the nose in afterwards. And I'm not going to press down too hard because I don't want it to be all stuck together. I just want the fur to kind of be on the inside of the hat. So if you squeeze it with your hand, then the glue will all kind of distribute within the hat, and I really don't want it to do that. So just kind of put it in, and then hopefully it'll just kind of, the fur will attach around the inside of the hat. And then I'm just going to take my little nose, and I'm just going to figure out where I want it, and I'll just put some glue right into the center front. And then I'll slip my little nose in there. Some people like to have the nose like right up in there so you can just barely see it peeking. Some people like to scrunch up the fabric on the nose. So they'll put glue all around the nose and then kind of have it so that it's a little bit like wrinkled. But just do how you think looks the best. I also thought that you could maybe use like hairspray and style the fur if you wanted to make it, I don't know, hairspray or maybe like a glue spray or something, if you wanted to make it look, a certain way. Once you're done, then you can, if you wanted to, do a little trimming to make sure your fur is nice and even on all sides, you can do that. But how adorable did these turn out? I hope that you give them a try, and if you do, I would love to see them. So please go over to Instagram, share with everybody. I would love to post your little gnome creation. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you are having a safe and enjoyable holiday season. Everybody stays safe and nobody gets sick. I'm sick already. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye guys.